Hi, I'm Coach John, and today we're going to talk about a planning and prioritization tool that everybody uses, to-do lists. What I hear most often from my clients is that they make to-do lists and then they kind of forget about them. So they'll spend some time and then 2 weeks later they realize they haven't even looked back at it. Today, I'm going to give you some tools and techniques to help you actually use your to-do lists. Of course, there's lots of different ways you can do to-do lists. Here's the classic Post-it note on the side of your computer. Pretty effective for something that's due later in the day. Of course, there's the handwritten scrawl in your notebook. The only problem is being able to find that 2 weeks later. A lot of people just use the Notes app in their phone. Not sophisticated, but it works. And then maybe one step up would be a Google Worksheet where you have your work and your personal items split up. Maybe you set things up by priority. But I want you to strongly consider using an app like Google Tasks or Microsoft To-Do or Todoist. That's Todoist. That's an app that's been on the market for several years. I've been using it very effectively, and I want to show you a little bit more about how it works. And so you're looking at my desktop version of Todoist. And so the first thing about Todoist that's very helpful, it allows you to organize all your to-dos into projects. And having it organized that way is really fantastic if you have ADHD or if you suffer from executive function challenges, because if you just have this long list of to-dos that are not organized into projects, they can feel overwhelming and anxiety producing. Second advantage of an app like Todoist is that you can integrate it into other apps that you use on a daily basis. So when I set up Todoist, I integrated it into my Google Calendar. And here you can see in the middle, I put in a task, pay 2 bills, a couple days ago. And when I put it in, I put a deadline in of today at 5 p.m. So when you go over to my calendar, that shows up down here. And having it time boxed here and on a calendar makes you have a much bigger chance of being able to actually get it done. There's nothing like a deadline to focus the mind. Okay, another advantage is that Todoist sends you an email every morning. It's a daily digest, and it shows you everything that's due today as well as any overdue tasks. And finally, this is really a nice to have, not a must have, but I found it quite useful. If you're going through your email and you have a task that you need to follow up on at a later time, I download the desktop version of Todoist, and it integrates into my browser here in the sidebar, and I can just click this, and here's an email, and I can add that as a task. So some people use their browsers as ways of keeping track of to-do lists, like they have 50 browsers open at one time. Some people use their email. They delete everything in the email except for some things they want to follow up on. What's really good about an app like Todoist is you can get all your to-dos into one place. That's really a great way to be able to keep track of what you have to do. So to summarize, spend the time to get yourself an app that you like, spend a little time setting it up the right way, and you have a much better chance of actually getting your to-do items done. I'm Coach John. I give practical and actionable advice to people with executive function challenges and ADHD. Have a great and productive day.